If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EAFC 24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have another reaction to do today. A couple things to mention, right? So first thing to mention is EA's content on a consistent basis when it comes to Team of the Season specifically has been very lackluster, to say the least, right? The SBC cards, they've only been like really good for like the EPL, right? So as a content creator, I may start doing a obvious no FIFA points RTG on the PC, right? On the console gameplay is cooked for me. The PC will give me a 1% upgrade in enjoyment, right? And I think it's going to be important to maybe have like at least a good concept video every single day, as much as I possibly can for you guys, because again, the content that they do nowadays is, again, they try to like really force the whole store packs opening, because they'll sometimes have good good promos, you know, like Future Stars was a good promo, Golasso was decent. But like this year, like some of these promos, they've been very inconsistent. Now, obviously, when it comes to like the Team of the Season reviews, they do well, but they do well over time, right? So if we upload the videos within the first 3 days of them coming out, then they're videos that do well, like I said, over time. But my motivation to do those individual reviews is pretty low unless it's like evolution cards that people are going to be like highly interested in. So we're going to see what type of balance we can have as much as possible, because I remember that I have an old computer that I can set up my dual PC setup with, because my main one's good, but my old computer could just be used just to record the footage, and then I could just use that footage to edit on my main one afterwards. So I have to figure out how to do all that, right? So just letting you guys know what the thought process is over here for content, because like I said, the live content has been like very inconsistent from EA side, and I really don't feel like doing Zagrova today, to be honest with you. So today, guys, we have another reaction video for, you know, obviously there's a lot of stuff been going on with the boycott and stuff, and we're going to be reacting to Auzio's video. Now, there's something that I want to bring up when it comes to Auzio, right? And you guys know that the type of person I am a no drama person when it comes to talking about what content creators choose to do in their lives, because I don't care. I just choose to do whatever I want to do in my life, right? So the first thing that I want to mention, right, is that I'm aware that Auzio does like the share play content, and I heard in this video that he's talked about not doing the FIFA points thing before. I did think that that content is garbage content, like the whole like store pack opening stuff. I do consider that to be garbage content. But one thing that the community is forgetting when it comes to this guy is that this guy is a grinder. Whenever I did, you know, pack openings for share plays from like the SBC cards, or whenever I did play reviews, whenever I streamed, right, people would always come to me even before this boycott, right, and they would always say, oh, like, what do you think about Auzio opening the store packs? And the thing that I used to always tell people is that, in my opinion, Auzio gets a tiny bit, not a lot, but a tiny bit of a pass, right? Because this kid's a grinder, okay? People forget very quickly when they let hatred guide their words, their judgment, and how they feel about certain people. Just remember, okay, that this guy consistently plays on 2 accounts, getting the top ranks on a consistent basis. Consistently, before, back in the day, right? This guy used to grind player reviews like crazy, okay? So the reason why Auzio, in my opinion, gets a pass is, one, he's a good kid, right? So he's just adapting to whatever the meta of YouTube is, because he understands the meta of YouTube, and he understands that if he doesn't talk poorly about the game, for the most part, right, on a consistent basis, that it will do better for the YouTube channel, right? We're not stupid. However, like I said, I think the community's hatred towards him is only slightly validated with the whole FIFA point pack opening stuff, because like I said, I think that's garbage content, because this kid grinds, okay? And we can't take that away from him, and people forget about this very, very quickly, all right? The player review grind that he used to do, the tactic grinds, like, this guy is an everything channel. He just adapts to whatever the YouTube meta is now, which is the pack opening stuff, right? So when you stream consistently, it's important to get this sort of content, because it's the content that does the best on YouTube. Because if one person doesn't do it, another person will, right? So just letting you guys know, that's just my thoughts. I think like This full-on hatred that people have towards him, I think is pretty stupid, to be honest, because this kid does everything, right? He just adapts to whatever the top tier meta is for YouTube, and you can't blame him for that, right? Gotta collect the bag, bro, at the end of the day. But this kid grinds. He has my respect because he does do multiple things. It's not just, hey, I'm just going to do this one sort of content. Like, this guy plays the game on a consistent basis, and even if he hates it, I actually give someone credit for not letting hatred, like your boy, kind of consume them when it comes to how bad the game is, and they just kind of like carry on and do their thing, right? But I hope that when I watch this video, he really destroys this game. That's what my hopes are, because it is a horrible video game, okay? So let's see what he says.
Hey guys, a lot of people already knew that I was planning to make this video to give you guys...
You guys are gonna hear this through my speakers, so I have to change this. I'm sorry, I don't have this. I have to like I said, guys, I'm like out of the loop when it comes to like adjusting my setup for like streaming stuff. So let me just...
my thoughts
there
on
we
the
go.
current state of EAFC and where I feel like it's heading to and what's been happening recently as well. I don't really like bringing drama over to YouTube. I like to keep it very positive. But
yeah, he does. In all fairness, he does. Like I said, he's a grinder, man. So he does his thing and he calls it a day, you know?
On Twitch, I always speak about EA's mistakes. I always talk about the player pick mistake on Friday. I speak about that Team of the Year Messi mistake all the time. Yaya Toure foot fantasy card getting changed into a different league. Cruyff playstyle plus getting changed into a different playstyle plus as well. I speak about all of that over on Twitch constantly, but I don't do it on YouTube. So there's a lot of people that don't believe I speak about it at all. We average around 4,000 to 5,000 on Twitch, and we get around 150 to 250,000 views on YouTube. So I don't expect a lot of people on YouTube to know that I speak about it on Twitch. I don't expect that. So I am making this video to give you guys my thoughts on the current state, let you guys know my thoughts on what's been happening recently as well. We got a lot to speak about. I said a lot yesterday on Twitch for the first 40 minutes of the stream, but I want to speak about a little bit more gameplay, because I feel like yesterday on Twitch, when I was speaking about it, I spoke about a lot of the mistakes they did, but not too much about the gameplay, and I definitely want to speak more about it. The first mistake that we are going to be looking at is the Team of the Season, League, and Champ player picks. A lot of people know about this situation already, but if you don't, they were giving out Mbappe's, Dembele's, Zaire-Emery's on Friday and like Saturday morning, like there was no tomorrow. Anyone that speedran, let's say, the foot champs, it was crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes. When I was getting atted on Twitter with Mbappe, Dembele, Zaire-Emery just everywhere, I was like, what is happening right now? And to be honest, I was kind of excited because I play my games on Saturday. I play 2 accounts. I play my main account and my RTG, and the rewards gets uploaded.
So he still does it. See, that's what I'm saying. He gets a pass, man, because not a high pass, what the FIFA point stuff before, but he gets a pass because this guy grinds, man. People cannot take that away from him because this is not his only content that he does, okay?
But it's Sunday morning. I play all games on Saturday, so I was like, hold on. If the rewards are giving out like this, rewards video is about to be absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Dembele, Mbappe, even Lucas Hernandez. I saw Thuram out there. Obviously, Zaire-Emery. I saw also Aubameyang get sent out there as well a lot of the times. And then I woke up to see a tweet like this. We have identified an issue where champ player pick rewards were providing unintended results. This has been corrected in-game. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. This situation is so similar to the Team of the Year Messi player pick we had early in the year. I honestly couldn't believe that they changed it. I thought they learned of what they did last time and how many people they annoyed last time because of the fact that they removed that SBC. And I'll speak more about that Team of the Year Messi situation in 2 seconds. But yeah, I couldn't believe this. I really, really couldn't. I thought, right, they would just keep it. I thought they would just like leave it as it is, give everyone an equal chance of getting Mbappe, getting Dembele, or getting a Zaire-Emery. I thought they were honestly going to leave it because they didn't want what happened with the Team of the Year Messi situation, but clearly they went down the same route. But yeah, this is what I ended up getting. This right here. Rank 1 reward.
No chance. Oh no, dude! I'm telling you, in the FIFA community, we let this slide way too much, bro. That's not okay, man. That just pissed me off looking at it. This kid gets rank 1. He gets 3 Donnarumas. That's actually like, so it's hilarious, right? Because it's like they did the change, and it's almost like they did it even worse than what they would normally do on a consistent basis. 3 Donnarumas, not even an Aubameyang, not even an Hernandez, cards that are like 300k that become untradeable in your club, which, by the ways, in this game, you need like absolute full meta players just to be able to move. And those are not absolute full meta players, but you getting rank 1 doesn't even give you, brother. If I started, I was just talking about the RTG. If I did the PC RTG, right, and by some miracle we got rank 1 in the beginning, right, especially with like the first owners and trying to get all the cards, by some miracle we get rank 1, I get 3 Donnarumas, it'll be a fantastic video. But like in a regular experience of the game, guys, this is a straight, like, if you don't make money playing this game like the content creators do, that's a straight uninstall, bro. I would discard all 3 of them, uninstall the game, never play it again. That's actually disgusting that I just seen this.
Rewards, boys, on the main account. If you watch a
oh my gosh.
you guys would know. Also on the RTG, we ended up getting Lucas Hernandez, which ain't a bad pull, to be honest. Lucas
yeah, okay, at least, you know, like, he's 300k.
Is definitely nice, but the other 2 player picks, I think one of them was actually Donnarumma. I can't believe how bad League One Team of the Season FUT Champ player picks is right now. I honestly cannot
Bundesliga was really bad too.
Believe it. I am shocked. We've been opening them for what, like 2 days now, and when I saw that it was just Donnarumma, Malu, Castellio constantly out of every single one, when this happened on Friday, I was shocked. I was honestly, and the words they use as well, or the word they use.
Auzio, bro, this guy has such a YouTube personality, man. Like, this guy deserves his success because he genuinely like, if it weren't the pack opening stuff, trust me, he would adapt to the meta of YouTube. He has that YouTube like personality to him, you know?
Is
the way he commentates and like looks at the camera and stuff. Like, I don't do this.
Unintended results. So this was the unintended results of the FUT Champ player picks, but that means they corrected it into the intended player picks. That's the intended player picks. This is what...
Okay, but this is what I hate when content creators do. I hate when they say this, because you should know this without them publicly showing you exactly what they are as a company. You should already know that that is their unintended rewards when that releases. You should already know. This is the one thing that bothers me about content creators. So always saying like, oh, so you're just basically telling us that the rewards are not supposed to be... No. This is how they operate, period, okay? You didn't need this Mbappe Dembele situation to happen for you to know that. That bothers me. People should understand this.
What we ended up getting last year for Ligue 1. Neymar, Nuno Mendes, and Fofana as well.
Oh, good job. Well, I think Auzio's like 30% Portuguese, so he definitely, you know.
Fofana, insanely usable. Neymar, obviously absolutely insane. Not everyone got him.
20, 25, 30% Auzio? I think 25. I think he's a quarter.
I understand that, but crazy card to see. And Nuno Mendes was very, very, very usable as well. I don't understand how they've gone from that on Friday to this. I honestly cannot believe it. What they should have done, like they should have done with the Team of the Year Messi situation, is leave it. Give everyone an equal chance.
Yeah, because they screwed up, but they would never leave it. It's like, we need to understand this too. They would never do that.
Getting an Mbappe,
never.
A Dembele, getting a Zaire. Why are the people on Friday that are going to play FUT Champs very early having a better chance of getting those players than the people on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and early morning Wednesday as well? This Team of the Year Messi situation as well, exactly the same thing. And I said this on Twitch at the time. They should have left the player pick. See, this is the thing as well. Like, I'm disappointed I didn't get Messi. Who wouldn't be disappointed, right? But I'm not like completely heartbroken. Why? Because I had the opportunity. I had the chance. I did the player pick on the main and the RTG as well, and I didn't get Messi. This was not a guaranteed team.
I did on the main and the RTG. The RTG gets Team of the Year Messi. Oh, by the way, that's going to be added into the introduction of the video of how much I don't care about console gameplay. I'll delete the whole team that has Team of the Year Messi. I couldn't care less.
The Messi player pick, but the chances of getting this card was insanely high. What they should have done, leave it. They did a mistake. We are talking, right, about a $1 billion company here, which I've always told you guys on Twitch. The program they should have is, if they're releasing a player pick or a pack, they run the player pick / pack through a program and see the results of the player pick / pack. and then they can determine how good it is or how bad.
Yeah, but they don't care, man. Ever since they lost that partnership to FIFA, they care even less because they know that the casual player base will still spend on FIFA points, period. They don't care. That relationship they had with FIFA, like, what... I never forget doing the original rant video and telling you guys that, like, the content creators that said that the game has potential to move into a better direction because of that lack of partnership that they had with EA. Such, like, honestly, morons. Like, even in the moment, I'm like, these people are so stupid. Like, this is how you know they haven't been around town, like, honestly.
Bad it is, if they should improve it, if they should, I guess, make it worse, right? But they clearly didn't do that with this player pick. Clearly, with how many Messis got thrown out there, they clearly didn't do it. And then they go ahead and make the exact same mistake with this. Like, what am I seeing? I couldn't believe it. But yeah, same thing with the Team of the Year Messi situation. They should have left it as an SBC, giving everyone an equal chance of getting this Team of the Year Messi card. We would have saw way more Team of the Year Messis, but it's their mistake at the end of the day. They have to... they have to pay for their mistake pretty much. It's like they have to sit there and just leave it, give everyone an equal chance, and give everyone a chance of getting that Messi card. Obviously, still gutted that I didn't get him, but it is what it is. I still did the player pick and had the chance of getting him. But yeah, same thing with these FUT Champ player picks as well. They should have done the exact same. This is, yeah, what we ended up getting during Bundesliga. I don't know what has happened since Prem.
Jesus, man.
Bundesliga and Ligue 1, pack weight-wise, it's like something has completely...
It's funny, we mentioned the Bundesliga one earlier, because, like, I did reviews on a guy's account, and, like, I never uploaded the words video, but you would be able to see the review, the results from the words video, but the player picks we got were horrendous as well.
Completely changed. Prem was unreal pack weight. Pack weight was really...
And the content was consistently good every single day, too. And then everything else, complete trash. It's just store pack simulator with
really
these other ones.
In my opinion, right? We saw a lot of the top tier cards. We saw a lot of the mid tier cards as well.
Yes.
And we obviously saw a lot of the lower tier cards.
And the thing is, too, is that from the EPL team of the season, like, they did stuff with, like, evolutions where it's like they made players like Gabriel better, Garnacho better in a garbage game, but better regardless, right? And making those cards, like, way more usable. Like, if this was in the past and they released those sort of cards, they would be garbage, but they were significantly more usable, like, after the evolutions, especially because they're the lower rated cards. So whoever did that, like, stuff like that, you definitely deserves credit, because that's really cool, right? Like, I get a team of the season card that is not supposed to be a meta card, but now he can be a little bit closer to the meta because I can put an evolution on him, which was... And I believe those things were free too, right? So because they were free, then it makes it even better. I don't mind a paid evolution as long as the paid evolution is worth the upgrades. For instance, even back in the day when they first released that Lorente card, yeah, that's definitely worth a paid evolution. Like, if you're going to spend money, like, that's a really, really solid card. But sometimes they release paid evolutions that you kind of have to hope for better cards, like, in the future. Those ones are garbage. I hate that.
Now with Bundesliga, it just feels like you see a lot of the lower tier cards, a bit of the mid tier cards, and never ever seeing the top tier cards at all. You don't see them once. It's like, it honestly is insane to me how after Prem Team of the Season, pack weight has just gone downhill. And I say it all the time on Twitch as well. I really just can't believe what they've done during Team of the Season. This is arguably the best promo of the year every single year. A lot of people love Team of the Season. I love Team of the Season because FUT Champ player picks get... Yeah,
but this year, Team of the Season is cooked. Like, maybe the Liga Santander will be a little bit better, who knows? But yeah, no, Team of the Season has been bad this year. But a lot of the promos that used to be good in the past were complete garbage this year. Like, they released Dynasties. Dynasties was a horrible promo. Whoever came up with that, I don't even know what to say to you. They did some promos where it's like, they just don't make sense, in the way that they went about it. Like, this year, especially Winter Wildcard was a pile of garbage. It was just store packs, man. It was just like, hey, come open our packs. I hated it. I was like, this is so stupid,
It's mixed around with. It's not the same thing every single week. You get Bundesliga specific, you get Prem, you get Ligue 1, you get Serie A, you get La Liga, and then you get that ultimate team.
And the SBCs are so uninteresting. Like, Royce could have been an SBC. You could have made Wirtz into an SBC. Like, brother, just give the meta cards. Like, your game is a first owner simulator. You know what I'm saying? Like,
season. I always love Team of the Season FUT Champ rewards, but with what they're doing right now, it's not enjoyable.
Hey man, don't forget, I always told you guys, the first time they ever included FUT Champs, it was only going to go, the game was going to go downhill from there, and people used to be completely against me during that time period. This is a garbage game mode. Okay, Foot Champs is a garbage game mode. The only reason why you like it right now is because the way that the game is currently set up, it is the best game mode. So that tells you everything you need to know about the setup of the game modes in general in this game, when Foot Champs is the best one.
Enjoyable.
Trash.
The motivation to play, the motivation to try to get the higher ranks as well, it's not there.
That's why I told you guys in my rant videos that when you build your team in this game, it is completely based off of luck, okay? Because Auzio gets consistent rank 1s, and this guy gets 3 Donnarumas, but someone who gets 11 wins, no offense to anybody, because I know it's always random, it's always going to be random, right? But they get to build their team from, you can argue and say grinding less, because they'll get 11 wins and then quit the rest of their games, or whatever. I don't even know what Foot Champs is now. It's like 11 or 14, like whatever the minimum is, right? And they'll just quit the rest of their games, and then they'll get better players. It's just this game mode is garbage. It's a garbage game mode. I hate this game mode. I hate this game mode. I have the potential of liking the way that Division Rivals is done right now if there was a balance with other game modes, but I currently hate the format of Division Rivals, because once you win those 7 games, you literally have no other online mode to play, especially once you're done your Foot Champs qualifications. The way that game modes are done in this game exists nowhere else. It's ridiculous. Even CSGO, who's completely based off of ranked, still have their regular matchmaking game modes that are like team deathmatch. You can play on like different maps that are not even as competitive. Like they have that system, and that game is so competitive, it's disgusting. Like, it just doesn't make sense for a game, especially like this game, where your gameplay is inconsistent, your core mechanics are garbage. It doesn't make sense to have this sort of system. Like the system we had back then, I'm not even kidding, of just regular divisions and the Gold Cup and Silver Cup and Bronze Cup, that system right there is better than whatever we have right now. I'm not even kidding. Especially at that, when they nerfed the whole like transfer market thing, and like you can buy players like from playing Division 1 and stuff. Like, that was cool, you know?
It's like an all-time low. It's really, really bad. And just to let you guys know, I have put a lot of bullet points on my left-hand side. So if you guys do see me look to my left, I just want to make sure I speak about everything I want to speak about. So I pretty much put everything in bullet points. But yeah, that's the Bundesliga.
He's looking at all his hacks, guys. He's lying to you, bro. He's lying to you. All hacks.
Picks. That's League and player picks. This was the Bundesliga player picks from
That's pretty good, actually.
last year. Kimmich was common. Very common last year.
But good.
He was so good. This Kimmich card was amazing. That Kimmich card, even though 86 pace, you could argue, is a little bit on the low side, but that Kimmich card, I reckon, would still make people's teams now. Even though the power curve is insane this year, right? I think that Kimmich card would still make people's teams now. Mane, obviously, we all know this Mane card had 5-star skill moves. Loved him, used him for so long as well. But that was my Bundesliga player picks last year. And that was my Bundesliga player picks this year. I believe on, the main account, because I ended up getting Team of the Year Ribery.
Also, you gotta use this. You gotta use the stock market more, bro, for FIFA. That's what it is, man. That's how you build your team, bro.
Honestly, insane to me. Absolutely insane. Now, there is a similar situation to something last year that happened. And a lot of people forgot about this player pick, right? A lot of people. But this is very similar to Messi's situation, as he was the only MLS player you could get in that player pick. He was insanely common. The same thing happened last year with a team of the season moments player pick that we had during the season progress, I believe. I think it was level 20 as far as I remember. And basically what happened was,
I don't remember this.
Because Rodrigo
this is the content that I don't do because I'm not on consistently for streams.
During a community team of the season, and Sanchez was also released during a community team of the season. These two were insanely common. Why were they insanely common? Because Liga and team of the season wasn't out at the time we were able to get this player pick. La Liga was not out at the time we were able to get this player pick. And the thing is, this player pick just in general was actually very solid. Look at that Varane card. That Varane card was a beast.
He was a rat.
Unreal. He was, I believe, over 1 million coins and one of the best centre-backs in the game.
Yeah, Varane was built different before.
This is a player pick that we should be getting during team of the season.
Yeah.
This right here. But they haven't done anything like this. They haven't. This is something we got during the season progress as well, for free. You didn't have to sit there and, throw fodder into an SBC or go over to the store and buy it with coins or FC points. No, this was something we ended up getting for free. And look how good it was. And it was literally Rodrigo, Sanchez. Rodrigo, Sanchez. Just switching between the two constantly. It was pretty much a W out of every single one. I think in this entire video, I think we saw like 3 Ls. Maybe 4 max. Max. All the other ones, extremely good. It was W's. And what's funny about this situation,
Unintended as well.
they didn't take down the player pick. So if the situation is very similar to Team of the Year Messi, Mbappe, Zaire Emery, and Dembele, they didn't take this one out. They didn't disable this player pick, but they obviously went ahead and changed the other player picks. Now, I do get it. It is definitely different because of how good those players are.
Yeah, the top tier meta.
Mbappe, Messi. But this Rodrigo card was one of the best attackers in the game.
Yeah, he was kind of ridiculous. Was this the same year that they did the showdown, and then it was into the showdown plus, and that showdown plus was ridiculous, and then the team of the season came out and he was ridiculous? I don't know. It might not be this year. It might be a different one.
So it's similar, but I understand it's not on the same level. Obviously, Messi and the Liga and team of the season player picks situation, I do put those two above this situation.
Of course, yeah.
Milestones is definitely something I need to talk about.
This stuff I have zero clue about, by the way. So the only thing that I remember is getting a TIFO for hitting the elite division and getting the thing. Even I saw it like when I was like playing on the account, and then just I got the wins and then never played it again. And I was looking into the objectives. I'm like, what is this? And then I seen it like trending on Twitter. I was like, oh, nice.
What is happening with Mars? Like, what is this, man?
Wara Tifu for us, guys. Woo!
And I feel like a lot of people, they saw this in the first 2 months, they spoke about it. But other than that, given up. Everyone has given up. I have given up because nothing has changed. Actually, no, sorry. Something has changed. They went from, I think it was just bronze rivals Tifo, silver Tifo, to now Nike, what the FC, silver Tifo, and gold and bronze as well. EA, what honestly is this?
I don't even know about this.
There's no motivation there to play 90 games. Why would you play 90 games for a Nike what the FC gold Tifo? Why? Like, seriously, why? No one's doing that. No one. And if you are, fair play, right? Fair play.
You're crazy.
Respect.
You're crazy.
I'm not doing that.
You're
and
crazy.
I know probably 99% of people watching this video right now, I'm not doing that. No chance. Honestly, like, the thing is as well, is Milestone rewards last year, they weren't unreal. They really weren't. Like, we had ultimate...
All the objective stuff, I have no idea about. Or else that'd probably be another thing to talk about. But I have, like I said, I don't play the game like that, so...
Packs. We had 100k packs. They weren't, like, insane. But it was still something. It was still something that made us play rivals to get to those 90 games, to actually get the rewards so we can get players and then put them into SBCs and do whatever, right? But this, like, come on, man. Milestone rewards are absolutely horrendous. The worst I've ever seen. And there's no motivation to sit there and play 90 games. There's absolutely none. I will say, though, weekly rewards, they've improved weekly rewards massively. If you go look at... I haven't actually got a screenshot. I should have got a screenshot. My bad. If you go look at weekly rewards of last year in, like, Elite Division, Division 1, Division 2... compare it to this year, the difference, oh my god, the difference between the two is massive. So I will say they've done really well with weekly rewards. In my opinion, the player pick you get in the Elite Division, Division 1 and Division 2 should have a min rating. I actually do believe as well, Division 4 and 5 should get that player pick as well. 1 of 3, it's not hurting anyone. You might as well go ahead and do it. And then it gives the people that are playing in Div 6, Div 7, Div 8 motivation to go ahead and get into like those divisions. But you could also argue the same for like Division 4, 5, 6 to get into like Div 3, Div 2, Div 1 and Elite Division. I do know that as well. But yeah, the weekly rewards this year definitely are better. But Milestone rewards, there's no motivation to play 90 games. It is absolutely horrendous. This right here, I honestly cannot believe this is even a thing. I didn't do a video on this. I didn't even open this myself. On the main account, RTG, I didn't go close to this. What I did do, actually, was open a 10 coin pack and a 30 coin pack. But these two right here, I put my hands up and I was like, no. No way. We're not doing share plays on this. We're not opening this on my account. We're not doing any of this. This was something that we got for free back in FIFA 23. We got this for free. You played, I can't remember exactly how many games.
See, this is the stuff I don't know about because, like I said, playing the game normally, I have no idea. So I didn't even know we got that pack for free because I didn't even know what was going on in that account.
Maybe you guys know. I think it was around 120, 100. No, sorry, not games. Dave's logged in 120 days or like 100.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Like that.
Never did it though. That's why I didn't get it.
Packs for free. in your My Pack section, you got the pack chilling there. You didn't have to spend coins for it. You didn't have to spend FC points for it. The fact that they have released this, I honestly cannot believe it. Like, look at this. You're seeing this pack because you entered Ultimate Team, right? This is obviously one of those for a certain... Oh, this one's a certain amount of days. For at least 30 days. So we unlock, let's say, this pack because we logged in for 30 days. But then it's 250,000 coins or 2,000 FC points. This honestly makes absolutely no sense. The fact that they have gone from giving us these packs for free from last year to this, I honestly, I just can't get my head around who thought this was a good idea. I honestly can't. I don't know who would sit there and go, yeah, this is a good idea. This is what we should do. It really does blow my mind, and this is 100% unacceptable. That is really, really poor in my opinion. Year reviews is another thing I really want to speak about. Year in reviews. People love year in reviews. And if anything, with the game being free to play for PS Plus members for an entire month, 100% they need to bring out a year in review. It gives the new individuals jumping onto the game a chance of getting SBC cards that they missed out on. Now, what I really did like a lot about the year in review player pick that they ended up doing earlier in the year.
If I remember correctly, this flashback hour was not that good in comparison to like previous years.
They ended up doing it twice. Second one was amazing, in my opinion. It was really good. And I think a lot of people know exactly what player pick I'm speaking about here, like what year in review. The first one was okay. It is what it is. It's a year in review. SBCs only, right? But the second one, they included icons. They took the year in review and an icon player pick and combined it into something new, giving us the opportunity to actually get icons, like not just player SBC icons either. I'm talking about like R9 here, even though R9 now is an SBC, back then he wasn't, right? R9, Grincha, Jairzinho, you know, all these incredible players like Maldini, Desai, all of those players. It actually gave us a chance of getting icons in there as well. So many people enjoyed it. So many people loved it. And I've actually got a screenshot here on how many views the videos ended up getting and how many people really enjoyed that year in review player pick. So 10 months ago, 560,000 plus views. Crazy numbers. Honestly, crazy
Oh,
numbers.
this one, yeah, because it was flashback Mbappe and well, not flashback Mbappe, flashback Mbembe and Mbappe's player of the month. Yeah.
4 months ago, so the latest year in review, 370,000. We got another one here, 220k. 4 months ago, 223, and then a year ago, so FIFA 22, well, 2 years ago, 250,000 views. So many people enjoyed this year in review player pick. So many people. What did they do? They stopped it. They pushed it to a side. Why are we pushing something to a side that people love? Year in reviews. It's not complicated, right? It's a very, very nice SBC to have for people that ended up missing out.
To be fair, this would work out nicely this year because of the evolutions, especially, right? It's like, oh, I accidentally put this one into an SBC. Let me go and upgrade them, you know?
Or even...
Let me just check something really quick, because I just saw Sun. Does Sun have an evolution yet? I'm just curious. Heung-min Son, player of the month. No evolution on this card. Nothing. Cool.
Around at the time, but they couldn't afford the player SBC. That is also a nice thing to have this for those individuals as well. I really don't understand why you would just completely push it to a side. It needs to come back. It needs to be back in SPCs. I just don't understand why they would ever push it to a side. This right here, I don't even know what kind of idea this is. So grab back player pick, right? This is something we've had in previous years as an SBC. And they decided to turn it into a store pack.
Oh, that's garbage.
I've noticed a lot of things that they have done this year is they have took ideas that were SBCs and turned them into store packs.
Trash.
To make money from it.
Trash.
Why? I know you're a business. You want to make money.
Why? Because the casual's still going to spend money on it. It's the people that don't... The people that are like, oh, I don't have enough time to do this and that. The 350 for them is like, yeah, sure, why not? Because I don't have time to do this SBC. I don't want to grind through this SBC. That's what it is with EA. That's how they get people. It's not why. They'll continue to do this stuff.
Really did enjoy it as an SBC. This as an SBC. Even if you put it at 120,000 coins, and I know there's no min rating, so most likely it wouldn't be worth it. A lot of people would do this with fodder. A lot of people.
That's where the first owner concept for like the account, that's where it makes sense, because it's like whatever I get, I just work with, you know.
Wouldn't spend coins in it. A lot of people definitely wouldn't spend FC points on it as it's an SBC, right? So I just don't understand why they love to take SBC ideas and bring them into the store. Well, okay, actually, no, I do understand, to make money, right? But there's just no need. You make so much money from so many other store packs. Is there really a need to bring something like this over to the store? Just make it an SBC, make it, you know,
They won't.
20k, whatever, and allow us to do it fodder and allow us to, you know, enjoy that rather than.
This is more, in my opinion, this is more talking to your audience, because your audience will be like, yeah, he's right, but no, it won't happen. Let's be real. We can't play this game with our eyes closed. You know what I'm saying?
To the store, spending 125,000 coins or 350 FC points. Like, I opened, I think it was 3 of these the other day. Terrible. Honestly, like, really, really bad. And I would never understand this. I would never understand the pricing. 120k, my first one I opened, I saw 284 overalls. 284 overalls! Like, we're not in team of the season. There should definitely be a min rating for that as well, 100%. And this right here is what I saw the other day with
This is the one I saw in on Vize's video. Yeah, this is disgusting. This stuff is like, this is disgusting to me.
The League Un team of the season duo guarantee.
Garbage.
An 85 plus times 50. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. An 85-50.
They released this for people that are like, again, every single time. Oh, I don't have time to do the SBC. This is a good way to get the SBC. It's just the casuals, man. It's the casuals. They will release these packs, and they will continuously release these packs regardless of what we say, right? Because people will still open these. This is why I didn't like FIFA points pack opening stuff as content, because promoting the use of it will only aid to EA's side. It's not really going to be like as big of an influence as people think, because I always tell you guys that FIFA and Call of Duty are 2 games that they can do whatever the heck they want. The casuals are the ones that have to make that change, and it just won't happen, man. These are like 2 staple games in the console community. It's just, nothing will be done. That's just how it is, man.
Is insane. It is crazy. And it also, by the way, guarantees you 2 as well. 2 League One team of the seasons. I didn't open it. I didn't go close to it. I read the description. I looked at it, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to open it. 4,500 FC points. The prices of these store packs, 4,000 FC points. 4,500. I think the most expensive one we've ever had is 5,000. I think. I'm not 100%, but I believe it is 5,000. 5,000 FC points for a single store pack? No words, man. No, honestly, I can't. I genuinely cannot believe it. I can't. It's really.
If you want my original reaction to that, go watch the Vize video. I was like, because I never seen the store pack stuff, honestly.
Really bad. And the pricing as well on coins, 700,000 coins for what you get in this. I know it sounds crazy, an 85 plus times 50, but you guys know with the amount of store packs we have opened, I would probably say 99% of these store packs are straight L's. The pack weight, even for these store packs, are terrible.
Of course they are.
It's so rare.
And they'll keep forcing it because people keep spending money.
So
because they know that people are addicted.
Rare to see a W from these packs. I obviously want to talk about gameplay as well. Gameplay has been all over the place. I can't believe, right, how many patches they have done with gameplay. So the one thing I really, really want to speak about is the Trivela nerf. Trivella's needed a nerf. There's no question about it, right? Trivella's needed a massive, massive nerf. I'm trying to find like the finesse shot animation that they did, but it looks like it might be all the way to the top actually. Maybe not. Anyway, all right, Trivela nerf. Trivella's needed a nerf. There's no question about it. They needed to get nerfed. Okay, they were way too good. But I don't understand how you can go from something being insanely good, arguably overpowered, to it being literally useless outside the box. How can you go?
No, they're still useful. You just got to do a ball roll before it. You can't just do a Trivela. You got to do a ball roll before it.
Between those
useless, no, they still pop. If you guys ever do that corner kick tactic that I always do, and then I just do the ball roll into the Trivela all the time, they're still useful. But as long as it's done in that way, it's either you do that or into a finesse shot. It's one or the other, right?
Two things. Why can't we just...
You just got to do a ball roll. If you do the Trivela normally, it's not gonna, you know. And what he's saying is right, but they do this every single year, where when they have specific mechanics, like there's specific mechanics that do need to be nerfed to the ground the way they do certain things. The Trivela, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm okay with it being nerfed to the ground. Like, Trivela is a very hard skill to actually know how to do in real life, and only select players do it on a consistent basis, right? Players like Quaresma, Luis Figo used to do it back in the day. Modric does it. There's a few other cards that have done Trivelas as well. Bruno Fernandes knows how to do it, right? And it just shouldn't be a thing that you spam. Like, I think from his perspective of him talking about this specific game mechanics, it's more so because of what our current state of gameplay is, because there is no good attacking AI and most people park the bus. So finesse shots and outside the box ball roll into Trivelas are going to be such a main way of scoring because of people parking the bus. Like, there's people that I've seen that the way that their teams are set up is that they either go for that if they're being serious about the game, or they set up this absolute garbage tier meta that I'm sure that the pro players do because, hey, they're pro players, so they have to play the game competitively, is crossing the ball in a 4-3-2-1 setup to the opposite guy with a whipped pass plus, and then they have aerial plus, so they just win the ball because they're shooting and going for a header on goal is not as effective as actually passing the ball back and shooting the ball afterwards from using the aerial plus, right? That's why whenever we did the reviews, like, I would show you guys the shooting one, right? Which is still effective, right? But it's just not as effective as passing the ball back to score the opportunities. And that's another way that people are playing. And it's just cringe, man, to see that. It's like, people ask if I've ever seen the competitive. No. Competitive is very interesting, right? Because in the past, me reviewing the competitive games is actually a very interesting concept to people, right? Because you give people an insight of, hey, he's using this specific mechanic in this situation because of this, this, and that, right? Like, every time we used to do competitive reviews from back in the day, those videos used to do really well. First of all, the main reason why we stopped doing them is because they started copyright striking all of that footage. So it's not a similar situation where, you know these streamers that do the watch alongs for like Valorant and stuff, and how they can watch the stream, literally post it anywhere, and not post, but like they stream the gameplay and they're good to go. They don't get copyrighted. It doesn't work the same way with FIFA when it comes to their competitive events. So that type of content had to stop because we couldn't do that anymore, right? But in the future, the way that EA are going to operate, because they're such a garbage company, is that I feel like what they're going to do is, like, maybe with some of the content creators that are still in their good graces, like whether it's Game Changers or however they do their system nowadays, no idea. The way that I see them doing it is, like, if you wanted to create that sort of content, you would have to be a game changer to be able to do that, right? Because that's how they operate in a general sense. It's not just like, hey, like, this guy just wants to analyze our competitive gameplay. We can't allow this. He's not going to do this, right? Especially from someone like your boy, because if I watch the competitive gameplay, the whole thing is just going to be roasted the entire time. And the fact that people will be willing to do these gameplay mechanics makes them, like, probably mentally unstable, to be honest with you, because sure, you're getting paid to do it, but it can't be good for your mental health. There's no chance, because these mechanics are horrible.
Slightly nerf something and then see if it's still too good and then do it again. And then if it's still too good, then you push it.
No, but Auzio, listen, the way that they do it, and you should know this, okay? The way that they do their gameplay adjustments is, I always call this every single year, I call them hot fixes, okay? EA does hot fixes to their game. Oh, look, somebody is wasting time. We need to create a quick way of being able to allow someone to get the ball back, even though they're wasting time, and make every single person the best defender in the world. So what we're going to do is that if it's the last, like, 10 minutes of the game, 15 minutes of the game, especially if this person uses this certain pressure tactic, it's going to kill the other person's attacking AI, and you're going to basically have to defend and just kick the ball out because your attacking AI does not work properly, and you have to get really lucky to maybe player lock. And the fact that I even brought up player lock is a garbage thing to even add into your game. The reason why you guys added player lock is because of how horrible your attacking AI is, and you know this. Player lock should never have been added into the game. Garbage mechanic. But, oh, maybe I'll player lock with this player, and then he'll do this, but then the guy chases him the entire time afterwards, right? This is how EA operates. Like, oh, this is a really overpowered thing. We need to create a quick fix to make this a feasible thing in the game, right? Like, it's just a quick fix. That's just how they operate. They never balance it a certain way where it's like, oh, this is going to create a balance over here, here, here. They never do this. It's always hot fixes with EA when they adjust their gameplay every single time.
Again, you go for it again. Why do we go from something being extremely good to absolute trash? How do we do this? Honestly, how can we go from that to this? Finesse shots ended up getting a nerf as well at the start. That's what made everyone actually push towards Travellas. But then Travellas ended up getting nerfed, and then people realized that the finesse shots are still very, very good, and people went back to like the finesse shot plus. I don't mind where finesse shots are right now. I'm actually in a position where it's like, I don't mind it. I don't think it's extremely OP. I think you could argue it's a little bit too good, but you still need a way of scoring outside the box. Otherwise, trying to work it inside the box with this AI defending, oh my god, the AI blocks, the AI interceptions, my god, what?
AI, because if you manually control them, you can't defend properly at all, period. It's all AI based.
That's all we do.
Because of that, especially because of that last patch. But yeah, FIFA, what was the FIFA before they did the patch? It was FIFA 18, I think, was the one that had the most potential. That pre-patch of FIFA 18, they had to adjust like actual core mechanics wise, they had to adjust like 5-6 different things. They had to buff like manual defending in like certain aspects of it. But I just loved how that game was like really attacking based, and then they dropped that one patch. And you guys always say this every single year, oh, this one patch ruined the game even more, blah blah blah. No, every single year is garbage. If we're talking about core mechanics, every single year was already garbage before this quote unquote patch that completely ruined the game. People need to stop saying this, okay? The only reason why you think it's a patch that ruined the game is because the way the game progresses is that people find out the FIFA cheese garbage, and then they start to abuse that on a consistent basis. That's why you think over time, like, oh, the patch is the one that ruined it. No, the only game where the patch genuinely ruined the entire game was FIFA 18, right? FIFA 18 was the one. And it was also, it might have been last year or 2 years ago when they had, in my opinion, the pace down right, and then the community was complaining, oh my goodness, this card can't like break through on goal, because they lacked any sort of brain cells to actually do any sort of breakdown. So all they wanted to do is just hold our trigger and get through on goal, because they're a bunch of rats that want to park the bus the whole entire game, right? And then EA reverted that as well. They're like, oh, we need to make these brainless, headless chickens a way to score opportunities, because, you know, they can't use their brain to actually authentically break someone down, because all they relied on was pace. So we need to bring pace back. Their pace, when they brought the pace back, it was from the quote-unquote dribbling adjustment for explosive and controlled players. The dribbling adjustment made those players significantly faster and ruined the game completely, in my opinion. This was, I think it might have been last year or 2 years ago, one of those games, but I don't remember because time goes like this when we play this game, so.
And the servers as well, the gameplay in this game, every single Saturday, as I told you guys, I play my FUT Champ games on Saturday. I come on, I play 40 games of champs, and it's the worst gameplay I've ever played in. Every single week. Every single week. And now you're probably going to sit there and probably go, oh, it's just Saturday. I've played on Sunday when it comes down to rivals. I've seen people play on Sunday when it comes down to FUT Champs. It's terrible on Friday, Saturday. It's terrible 99% of the time.
First time I ever heard him say this, finally. Finally. Not finally from him, but like finally someone else that is just saying that the gameplay is terrible. Thank God.
Every single day, man.
Thank God. Because I was waiting for it, Auzio. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, is this guy not gonna talk about how horrible this gameplay is? Because I'm gonna, you know?
It's crazy. You have that like 1% that you might jump on. You get a good gameplay, and you're like, okay, we're actually able to move. The animations,
there you go. Thank you.
To be responsive, let's say. You're able to left stick dribble. You're able to R1 dribble. This game right now, gameplay-wise, is all over the place. Literally, I haven't done a custom tactic video in like 5 months. Every year, I do like 4 custom tactic videos, 5 custom tactic videos, maybe even pushing it to 6. This year, I think I've done 2. Why? Because
because he's gonna only use one meta, and that's it. It's gonna either be the 4-3-2-1, or even right now, probably like the 4-2-2-2 maybe. I would assume that Auzio uses the rat mechanics in the game. Like, I'm assuming he does the step over accelerations and all that garbage, which I don't blame him for, because he's consistently streaming and playing all these FUT Champs games. So it's a trash mechanic, but if he has to do it, he has to do it. It is what it is. It's EA's responsibility to nerf it. Like the ball roll, the step over acceleration is the one that needs to be nerfed to the ground. Honestly, if that's one of the things, like, yeah, for sure. And then whoever that idiot was that did the L1 heel to heel, like that skill move was literally accidentally done by a sporting player, and they added that into the game. But anyways, yeah, I just want to see what else he says here.
Change nothing. Nothing. Custom tactics is the exact same. We had 71 depth at the start of the year. I went down to 60 after they patched it. That's it. Finito. Done for the rest of the year. 4-3-2-1 is the way to go.
Okay, there you go.
4222.
Yeah, for my YouTube channel, guys, whenever we do custom tactics, it's just me trying to provide the audience with a different type of gameplay as much as possible. But at the end of the day, when these guys on Twitter make their Twitter posts about their custom tactics, or at the end of the day, when these guys make their authentic tactics, these tactics are not the best tactics to use in the game. And I tell this to people all the time, right? Whenever you switch from any formation that isn't the main ones, you will always concede the easiest goals because you're trying to go for authentic football, right? That's just how it goes down.
Is starting to become a little bit more popular.
And the reason why we know this is because back in the day for FIFA, I can go into a foot draft, start everything at 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, do basic instructions like maybe my fullback stay back while attacking and my CDM stay back while attacking. But the actual AI movement, and this was for the old gen version of the game, was better. Like I can use a 3-4-2-1, a 3-5-2, and then sometimes depending on the opponent that I would face, okay, I would have to adjust my custom tactics accordingly, right? But past that, no.
Right now, 4-3-2-1 is by far the best. You will not see the way people move in any other formation other than the 4-3-2-1.
He's right, because if you guys watch this video, you know the one that I recently reviewed from Tex. Tex is the one, right? It's either this one, like for me, the only tactics that I like that could be used, like if I'm being serious when I'm playing the game and I really care about the wins, which for my content is not important. I just try to score authentic goals as much as possible. It's hard because this game sucks, right? But it was from this custom tactic right here from Tex where he has the updated one. There's a part of that video that you're going to hear me do an explanation for the 4-3-2-1 where I literally tell you that these guys, they get to a point where they understand the specific instructions and numbers specifically for players to make specific AI movements or to just always be constantly on side for the extra pass. And that 4-3-2-1 is the main formation where that happens the most in, right? That's just how that kind of goes down. So he's right about this, right? But like I said, if I consistently only played the 4-3-2-1 for the entire year, I would already lose my mind compared to what I've already lost in my mind. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just how it works. The 4-3-2-1 is by far the best formation in this game, and it's by far the best formation for attacking AI.
And it's glitched, by the ways. It's a glitched formation because they do not actually have the personal intention of making your player come back in defense and go into the side position. And they do the same thing for your 4-1-2-2 bracket 2 into the cam position where the guy comes back and he goes into the side position instead of actually being down the middle. That has been a thing in the game for years. So these formations that are the best meta formations are not even intended from EA side. They probably look at that and they're like, you know what, just leave it in the game because people use that 4-3-2-1 anyways, and they... Guys, listen to what I'm going to tell you, because every time I bring up this point, I always have people saying, oh, but you can do this in real life. It doesn't matter if you can do this in real life. That's not their actual intention when they are doing that in the game. It's glitched and they don't fix it because they just leave it as it is. It's completely different if it was an actual set instruction where it's like, hey, come back in defense in my cam position, but he actually covers the wing. There's no instruction like that where that actually happens. He comes back in defense and he goes into the wing because it's glitched and he doesn't actually go into the middle, okay? That's the point that I'm trying to make. That's why for them, they leave the step over acceleration in the game because all the sweats use that garbage, right? So...
Attacking AI in this game, by the way? Shocking.
Oh, thank you, Auzio. Epa, tá bom, Auzio. This is what I like to hear. Holy, man. Guys, for me, I'm going to tell you guys this right now, man, that on a personal level, I basically play this game massively nerfed because the whole game for me is attacking AI. And when I have none of it, especially against someone who's parking the bus, I might as well just leave the game because I'm wasting my time, honestly. Unless I do a ball roll scoop, unless I do a step over acceleration, I go for these 1v1 Mortal Kombat plays, there's no attacking AI. And if you guys watch my old highlights of me playing FIFA 15, go watch the types of goals that I go for all the time, dude. I was always trying to go for actual breakdown goals, right? And this game, especially for new gen, that's why I call it, I tell you guys all the time that the new gen version of the game is a nothing game because this attacking AI is the most generic, uninspiring piece of garbage you'll ever see in your entire life. That's why whenever we did reviews in the past, it was only ever specific players. Like, I'll never forget that one year that they dropped Flashback Benzema and Road to the Knockouts or whatever it was, Europa League Fekir, and I used Fekir and Benzema as my cam and striker for the whole year because if I put anybody else in those areas, they were garbage. There was players that base card stats wise had better stats than that flashback Benzema, and I was, you guys remember this, man, because I had so many videos of this. I was still using flashback Benzema. They created a new Benzema, and I was still using the flashback Benzema because of because for me, like I said, I'm an attacking AI guy. If I don't have that, I'm nerfed. I'm basically playing nerfed. So sometimes I'll do reviews for certain strikers, and I'm like, this guy has no movement, I'm cooked. If I don't do these garbage mechanics, I will not score opportunities. That's why when people like show you like, hey, you can use this striker or this striker, brother, if you do not see Correa, Werner, Benzema, any of those types of players, even Mbappe when the game was first out because of his high-low work rates, if you don't have those types of players, you don't have attacking AI. What you have is, oh, he just happens to be in this position. Now I had to use FIFA mechanic stuff to score my opportunities. The attacking plays are garbage, and the way that you have to defend is garbage because the way that the attack works in this game with the push up against defenders track back is such an advantage to the attackers, especially if you are not parking the bus. It's trash to play, and they will never change this. This has been the meta for the new gen version of the game forever.
You have to play a lot. Everything.
See? See? Ozio, thank you. You have to player lock everything. Look at this.
By far the best
Thank you. Finally, man.
Formation in this game, and it's by far the best formation for attacking AI. Attacking AI in this game, by the way, shocking. I have to player lock everything.
Yeah, I don't like using player lock, so like I said, if I face someone that's parking the bus, I'm cooked. It's done for me. And it makes your players not unique. The attacking AI is the most unique part of your game, right? And it's like non-existent, man. Brother, FIFA 15, I can use Christian Natsu as a striker and the guy would know how to move.
Player standing still, right?
Standing still, yeah.
Him, but the response time apparently from the attackers are shocking to the point where the defenders just walk in front and just collect the ball. So
because they do that thing in FIFA, this meta, where it's like if your distance is a certain way and the person makes the pass, it's going to be easily intercepted. 100%. It happens all the time. That's a FIFA mechanic thing.
I have to play a lot everything in this game. I have to play a lot, drag them forward. I have to play a lot, drag them to the side.
And they added that mechanic. They added player lock, and I mentioned this in many rants. They added player lock because they know their attacking AI is trash. That's a mechanic that should never have been added to the game, but you have to player lock everything because there's no movement. True.
So they actually give me an option.
How about you guys make good attacking AI and remove player lock? That's how it should actually be. Making your game overcomplicated for something that's so garbage.
It's just so bad how you have to player lock into everything. And in my opinion, player lock shouldn't even...
This is why it's so stressful to play this game. Like for player reviews, especially if I'm using a guy in a striker position or whatever, they don't move.
A thing. I use them so much. Everything in this game.
Oh, did he also say player lock shouldn't be a thing? Ozio, hey Ozio. Relax, buddy. You're getting the good graces over here, eh? You're turning me into one of the viewers right now.
I have to play a lot, drag them forward. I have to play a lot, drag them to the side, so they actually give me an option. It's just so bad how you have to play a lock into everything. And in my opinion, player lock shouldn't even be a thing.
Let's see. This guy over here.
I use them so much. If you jump over the Twitch and you watch the gameplay, I use them a ridiculous amount. But why do I use them a ridiculous amount? To compensate for the bad attacking AI in this game. It's really poor. It's really poor. So I have to play lock into certain positions so I can actually pass a ball to a player into an open space because most of the time they're not open. It's really bad. And the attacking, the AI defense in this game, AI interceptions, AI tackling. I tell you guys this over on Twitch.
And you can't manually use them, which I still do. And I will literally use the Ashen SBC just to feel like I'm playing the game, which you screw yourself over by doing. But I want to feel like I'm playing the game. I can't stand like just letting the defense do it. I'll concede more, but I just can't. I'm not even playing the game at that point.
All the time. Just before Team of the Season, if the AI defending is too good, it's game over during Team of the Season. It is.
Yeah, because when people get like Salibas and Van Dijks and stuff, it's good.
Shocking. Because
I wouldn't say Saliba specifically, not Team of the Season Saliba, but like Van Dijk. There was like a Austrian like glitched evolution. That car was pretty good too, you know.
All these players that you see during Team of the Season, all these defenders, they have like not maxed out stats, but close to maxed out stats. Close. And their defensive awareness, just all-time high. Interceptions, all-time high. Standing tackling, all-time high. Aggression, all-time high. All these little things that's going to allow the AI to be even better, they're there. And all of a sudden, you see people not even controlling defenders anymore. it's really turned into a park the bus simulator. I will say though, and I know some people would disagree, FIFA 20 for me was still the most park the bus that I've ever seen. I know a lot.
FIFA 20, was that the driven shot meta? 20, what was 2019? I don't remember 20 that much.
I know actually some people enjoyed FIFA 20, but FIFA 20 was the year that I started content.
I think that's the driven shot meta. I think he's right. That's like the really park the bus one.
Creation. Actually, I think it was late 19, but pretty much full-time start of FIFA 20. But FIFA 20 was the year that I didn't finish playing all the FUT Champ weekends. Every other year I've done it, 21, 22, 23, EAFC. I most likely will be doing it this year as well, because the AI defending is super strong right now, but it wasn't as bad as it was in 20. 20, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't move. Everyone was inside the box. You couldn't shoot a long shot. It was shocking. It was really, really.
I don't remember that, honestly.
Have, the step over.
I probably have rants talking about it, but I don't remember it.
Obviously, EAFC.
My mind has eliminated many FIFA stuff for my own mental health.
Is a way of getting past a lot of these players, a lot of the AI defending, and a lot of...
You're talking about step overs too, AuzioMF. Take it easy.
You know, all of this other stuff, let's say. And step overs shouldn't even be this good. Yeah, there's an outrageous amount of issues with gameplay. As I already said, servers are absolutely mudded.
Auzio watched the rants videos. He's like 1, 2, 3.
But I think I will never forget Bundesliga Team of the Season this year. Bundesliga Team of the Season this year, server-wise, and I think a lot of people experienced it as well.
So goddamn bad. God. Oh, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It was game...
I think I finished 17-3 on my boy's account, and I got 7 disconnects, and then 2 or 3 of them, I don't remember exactly, 2 or 3 of them, I don't remember if I lost normally that time. Like, I got wins, and then I would go back to the menus, and it was a loss.
Oh, everyone was getting DC'd. Everyone. I had to stop playing on Saturday. Thankfully, luckily, right, my main account didn't get a DC. I jumped onto the RTG. 5 games in, I was 4-0, 5th game.
Do you know what's funny? I did that footage, and I wasted my time playing the game, and I haven't uploaded any of that footage. I have footage for Javi Simmons, Wirtz, Goretzka, and I never edited it. I might delete it, to be honest with you. And I spent time playing that. That's what's crazy, bro. I spent time like just maybe getting those reviews, which were done literally on the first few days, and I never edited, bro. And that's like I'm sorry, that's like a week late. Like, I'm probably gonna delete this footage. Like, that's too old now. Honestly, when it comes to player reviews, most of the times, if you don't upload within the first like 3 days, it's not worth it. Like, I was kind of crazy that, like, this is how low my motivation was to do reviews for transfer market cards this year, because I reviewed some like those Premier League cards. Those reviews would have done significantly better if it was within the first 3 days, but I uploaded those videos like a week or a week and a half after. So it's probably not going to do as well as it did like last year, because that's just how like player reviews work. But yeah, it's the motivation to play the game. That's why I was mentioning earlier, like potentially doing a Road to Glory, not streaming, because if I streamed it, I would hate this game with a deep passion, right? But just creating that sort of content and then just calling it a day would be beneficial, I think, for me.
4-0 up, disconnected. Kicked me out from the servers, got a DNF, got a loss for it. I ended up stopped playing on Saturday and then returned Sunday morning, where the issue, by the way, was still happening, but it was just happening less often. I still took...
And the devs were saying we fixed it.
The risk. Why did I take the risk? Because I want FUT Champ rewards to be uploaded on a Sunday morning, so you guys can end up getting that video, and you guys know when it gets uploaded every single...
Yeah, it's like I said, he knows the YouTube algorithm stuff. He's very consistent with that.
Week. It's like a schedule. I don't want to mess up that schedule. I don't want to move rewards to another day. I thought about moving it onto Monday, but I know a lot of people do enjoy it on the weekend, and a lot of people do enjoy it on Sunday. So I on the RTG, I played the game Saturday morning / afternoon, and got that video out. And luckily, thankfully, I didn't get a DC. But I know people in my stream that told me that they got 5 DCs, 6 DCs, 7 DCs.
Yeah. It was 7 for me on a Saturday.
Shocking. These servers.
And it was, like I said, it wasn't even worth it, because I'm probably not even gonna. I might put out this Ezok, because the Ezok videos wasn't too hard to edit. I don't even know where he is. If you guys look at my folders right now, I can't even find him, to be honest. We'll see if I can even upload that, but
they need to improve. They need to improve massively. And I really don't like how every year it's like the same issue with gameplay. I really don't like it, how we jump on...
Yeah, but you guys, listen, this is the one thing I don't like about you guys, and I have to say this like wholeheartedly. You guys required a situation with Mbappe and Dembele, this Mbappe Dembele situation, for you guys to make this sort of video. Like this is what does bother me in the FIFA community, because this like gameplay has been shocking for years, and we only do this when we don't have the chance of getting certain rewards. It's because it's we got to be honest, because it's the trend of hating the game in that very moment. No, you need to do it when people think you're actually out of your minds. That's when you have to actually do it. Okay, is when people think you're crazy for even talking about it. Not like, oh, just because it's in the trend, so I'm not going to get this much hate if I do this. It's all calculated by content creators, and that part I do not like. We're only going to do this now because it's the current meta of, you know, boycott EA, which is not going to do anything because the casuals still spend money on FIFA points, right? In my opinion, this is the one thing I'm like, I can't listen to, because it's what everybody does. It will only do it because it's a trend in a certain time period. But if the game, let's say for content creation, was doing well and everyone was quote unquote happy, but the game is actually trash and you're just ignoring that it's trash, like your boy did back in the day, that's when it really matters, man. Okay, not, well, oh, boycott EA, when nothing's gonna happen from it. That's what they're laughing at you, is what's going to happen, because they know that their casuals still spend the money on their game. Let's be real. That's what's actually going to happen.
Line, and we don't know if we're going to play in good gameplay or in bad gameplay.
Oh, see, now people are starting to use the good gameplay versus bad gameplay. Sorry to say, but that originated from your boy.
Now, I know obviously I spoke a lot today, and let's be fair, actions speak more than words. So for the rest of the year, I will not be opening store packs with FC points on my account or on SharePlace. If we are going to open a store pack, I will open it with coins on my account, and on SharePlace we'll do it coins. I am not going to put any more FC points on this game. I am not going to spend any more money on this game, right? I have 18,000 FC points there. I'm not spending it. I know technically you could sit there and go, oh, but you already gave EA the money with those 18,000. That is true. But I'm still not doing it.
Yeah, do it for your evolutions, Auzio. Actually, I don't even know if he does evolutions, because evolutions is a cool concept, but in this game, unless the cards are absolutely full meta, they're kind of useless. Cards need to have certain base characteristics for them to actually be usable cards in the game, which people completely ignore all the time, right? But yeah, good video, Auzio. Good video. I was like waiting for the gameplay part. I was waiting for you to like actually say that. As I mentioned though, and I mention this on a consistent basis when it comes to like the many content creators, I will say that I do think that you guys only start to speak when it becomes like more of a trend, when it should have been a daily occurrence. Because like we've had inconsistent gameplay in the game as far as I can remember, like back in FIFA 15, when nobody used to rant about it like your boy as much. No, not even close, right? People used to call me crazy. My channel died on Twitch. Like I used to average like a good viewership, and my channel literally died on Twitch because of me mentioning how bad the gameplay was on an inconsistent level, because all these nostalgic merchants on Twitter always say, oh, but FIFA 15 was amazing, FIFA 14 was amazing. No, all of these games are trash because of inconsistent gameplay. And now that we're into FIFA 24 and only talking about it, I would say more so in the last like 1, 2, or 3 years, is really, really annoying for me. And I'll never forget, and I hope that the people that came with me on this trip during this time period will watch this, because I do carry one sort of vendetta specifically when it comes to, and it wasn't necessarily content creators, it was more so one content creator than two. Well, I'm not going to say specifically, because then you guys will be able to narrow it, right? But there's a specific year, it wasn't my first visit for FIFA stuff, it was my second visit for FIFA stuff, where it was a completely horrendous visit, right? And I remember all of the gameplay devs going into an office. I'm telling you guys this right now, like I'm not saying this like to toot my own horn, but there is absolutely zero people in this entire community that has dealt with as much as I have, okay, when it comes to trying to fix these gameplay issues, especially when people only talk about these problems when it is a trend, okay? When I went to these studios, I will never forget bringing up inconsistent gameplay to them, and then none of the people supporting me from the other 3 dudes at least backing me on like, yeah, that's an actual issue in the game, like that needs to be fixed, and then us just moving right past it and talking about core mechanics of the current game that we played, but we couldn't even test out the core mechanics of the game we played because they literally gave us games that had delay on it. 3 of the monitors had more delay than the 4th monitor, and the 4th monitor still had delay anyways. I'll never forget these days. These are the days that I remember the most, and that's why, no offense to content creators within the FIFA scene, but I trust none of you, okay? Because I have dealt with things over the course of the years of people just spewing garbage every time I used to bring up gameplay problems. So that's why when I make these sort of videos, I give you my thoughts on specific things. But it kind of falls on deaf ears a little bit because we only do this when it's a trend in a certain situation, and we don't do this over the course of the years. Do we still continuously play the game? Yes, but the promotion of FIFA points should never have been done in a game that is garbage from top to bottom. That's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one.